Hi, Enid. Jerald Gilbert, your city manager. Good to be here with you.
We're going to bring you what's going on.
Good times here on a Monday, January 24th.
Yep. So we have the Christmas tree program that the city of Enid puts on during the post-holiday month in January. And if you're not sure what that is, then that's the reason why you tune in, and I will tell you what's going on. So the Christmas tree program is a program only meant for live trees. So we know that some of you prefer live cut trees over artificial trees, and that's wonderful. And so what you can do with your live cut Christmas tree is you can, for I think we have a week and a half left of this month, and so you can take your tree to the landfill, and I believe that is free. And then you can also have them come and pick up your tree from your home. But there are some rules that apply to that option, and those rules are you have to have nothing else around it, like a 10-foot parameter of nothing else around your tree, because they only want your tree. And that normally throughout the year would be a $20 pickup fee per load. But because of the program, they are waiving that fee. So you will need to call the landfill and be able to schedule that for yourself. And so that number is 580-616-7300. So your question, what would they want live trees for, is because they mulch it. And so that is a service that they provide to you for free.
It is a great service. It's only for the folks that choose to have the live cut trees. I was one of those folks this year. Went to Redbird Farms, and I didn't cut one, but I bought one out there. I believe it was a Douglas fir. It was a nice tree, and I've already put it at the curb, called in, had it hauled off. So it has gotten recycled with the other Christmas tree mulch. So it's a great program for those of you that like live cut Christmas trees. I've started liking those again, and next year I'm going to go get another one out at Redbird Farms. So
That's cool.
Maybe this year it'll be a Virginia pine. Yeah, I think a VP, Virginia pine. Anyway, so if you have a tree, put it at the curb. If you have an artificial tree, that's not what we're talking about. That's a different bulk trash program. But anyway, it's a great program.
But in order to take advantage of that program, you do have to have a, what does it say here? You have to have an active utility bill with the city. So it's not like anybody can just do
Limited time only.
Yes.
So those of you still celebrating from Christmas, it's time to get it taken down and put it out the curb if you'd like us to haul it away for free.
For free. And so you can also go out, and that mulch I was talking about, you can also go out and they will load it for you. It's a $10 equipment fee for them to load it for you. So, yeah. Or you can go out and get it all on your own, and that's a free service. And I'm not sure if that has an expiration date on it or not, but I will look into that.
No, mulch you can get year-round, and we have plenty of it because we have plenty of brush that gets chipped up out there. So if you ever need brush, or actually not brush, mulch, you don't have to go to Lowe's or some other place to buy it, as long as you're willing to take bulk stuff that's ground up out at the landfill. So it's a great program.
And it's free.
Only for another week. So hurry.
But the mulch is free all year. So do you know of any other things going on?
Oh, there's always great things going on. And one thing that's near and dear to my heart that I'm sure we'll be talking about soon is the second season of our professional basketball team.
Oh.
I do know that I think they're in a different league this year. I think there's been some reorganizations going on, but I know they're going to play again. And I know I'm excited. I haven't got my season tickets yet, but I'm going to, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be at the Stride Bank Center, as always. They put out a great product, as you'll remember from last year. And I look forward to more fun with that. So I know that's coming up in the very near future. So that's something.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always events coming up. I guess we don't have a whole lot to talk about.
I mean,
events
we
today,
don't.
But,
And that's okay.
that's okay, because
The
we'll have a whole
library
slate
always
coming.
but the library, they always have stuff going on, and sometimes we know about it and sometimes we don't. And so if you are looking for something to get involved with, then the library is a good place to go. They have stuff, I think, that happens outside and inside of their doors, and so they would be more than happy to tell you about all that. And so, yeah, highly suggest that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it for what's going on in the city as far as events go. And so we do have a couple of road closings that we're going to jump off into. So we have our Roseanne Street closing that should be wrapped up pretty soon, probably next week. And so that was for, what was that for? That was for replacing
Roseanne.
a section of the roadway.
Yes.
And so I'm sure the residents in that area are going to be very relieved. And then we also have the Mosier Drive, and that was for a sanitary sewer line, and that should be wrapped up next month around the 12th or so. And then we also have Willow Road effort, and so this, I believe, was going to be in place for 1 month, and that was for...
That's for a water line
main.
connection.
Yes.
And that's actually going to take another probably 2 to 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
in
it's been
fact,
extended.
I think engineering is going to get with communications and do a video to put out there to help people better understand what we're doing there. The good news is that they should be pouring concrete today on one side, and as soon as that is cured, they'll be able to switch sides. They've got to do the other side of the street, which is the westbound lanes, and what they're doing is connecting a water line there to the new water line that runs south along Cleveland. And it's all a precursor for the widening project that's going to happen from the railroad tracks to Willow starting this year. Mm-hmm. So it's a very exciting project. It is unfortunate that there's some inconvenience, so be careful. Approach that intersection with caution. We are trying to get it done as quickly as we can because we don't want the disruption any longer than we have to have it. But I'm pretty confident it's going to be another 2 to 3 weeks. But stay tuned, there should be a separate video coming out on this very, very soon.
Yeah, I try and avoid those kind of things, those areas, personally.
Me too, but I realize there's many people that live in the area and can't.
Yep, that's true.
It's a 4-way stop. It's flashing, just approach with caution. And if you can go a different way, it would be advisable. If you can't, it's fine. I've been through that intersection many times myself recently. But that is why it's still going to take probably 2 to 3 more weeks, is because just the nature of the work. We couldn't shut the whole thing down to do it all at once. So,
well, it's a much needed intersection.
the good news is once it's done, that intersection shouldn't have to be disturbed again with the construction because it's already been expanded. So hopefully that will be the case, and then eventually we'll get that new widening going, and hopefully in a year or so that'll be complete. And we'll have a nice Cleveland 4-lane road to drive all the way till you get to about Maple. And then that'll be the section that we work from Maple to the south to about where it goes back to 2 lanes south of Chestnut. I guess Chestnut to the Maple Elm area. So good things happening as we work on the transportation network, and thank you for your patience.
Yes, for sure. And then we also, in the same sort of effort, we also have where ODOT shut down a portion of the West Van Buren from Oak Avenue to Main Street. And so that was for them to replace damaged concrete panels. And so that, I understand, will take up to 3 weeks to complete, but there will also be intermittent lane changes for that as well. And for any of the closures that you see around town, we highly emphasize that you take extreme caution and just pay attention, keep your eyes on the road, and things like that.
Absolutely. I did see the construction on Van Buren between Oak and Main Street or so, and they had just gotten started. It will be very nice. They're doing concrete repairs, the same thing we're doing throughout the city. And so when we're done, you'll see it'll be a nice, smoother ride in there.
So. You know, One thing I'm really excited about that's kind of connected, I guess we could have said this is quality of life as well, is Southgate is open.
Yes, Southgate, I've lost track of how long Southgate was closed. It was for a good cause. If you haven't driven on Southgate yet,
It's wonderful.
please do. From the railroad tracks to the east all the way out to 30th Street. It's really, really, really nice.
It's really nice.
It's mostly asphalt. It's very, very smooth. The ditches are cut nice. It's just a very nice experience. So if you are out that way or go to the landfill, you're going to have a nice, smooth ride.
I love it.
You were out there too, right?
I did. I actually had to utilize that roadway on Friday and on Sunday, and so it was nice. I think I
Yes.
was asleep. I don't know. Maybe when we turned on Sunday. I don't know.
Now, have you driven on Randolph yet
I
too,
have.
between Washington and 7th?
I have. I cannot. It's a whole different experience driving on a nice road.
Well, it is. We're trying to make all the roads nice in Enid. These have just recently been redone, so that's an area that just takes you through downtown and to about 7th Street, right past the new skate park and the new underground bridge or drainage structure that was done. And all the way out, if you go all the way to 30th Street, 26th to 30th is complete too. That's in concrete. And there was a problem with a dip there at the a drainage ditch, Boggy Creek, or a tributary of Boggy. And I think they got that fixed. So, gosh, there's a lot of nice spots to drive on Randolph.
And the more they keep doing, the better it'll get.
And we'll just keep connecting them.
And just keep going.
Yes.
Yep. So we have some things going on. I think tonight is the MAPC
Yes.
meeting. And so did you want to elaborate on that?
Well, I can. I don't recall everything that's on there, but I think there's some PUDs on there for approval. I believe with the new office park on Chestnut near Willow called the Stonebridge Office Park. I think there's something on there with Pheasant Run with the PUD. They're typically short meetings, so if you want to go in person, please be there promptly at 6 because it could be over in 10 or 15 minutes or less. Some of those items, the PUDs in particular, will eventually come to the City Commission, so for their consideration and approval. But those are great things, and some more great stuff happening in Enid in 2022.
Wonderful. And then we also have the City Commission meeting coming up on Tuesday, February 1st at 6:30. Well, the study session is at 5. And so we always emphasize that if you want to be a voice, then that's where you need to go.
Yes, absolutely. We're already into February on City Commission meetings. We just went over our meeting today with our senior staff, and I'm trying to remember 3 of the things on the study session. One is an update on fiber optics to the home by Dobson. Last meeting on January 20th, we had an update from Blue Peak. We have 2 companies doing fiber to the home. It's outstanding. And so eventually, all of us are going to get at least an option or 2 to go along with our current provider of actually fiber to the home. So that's good news. Dobson, Jim Horsberg, who's one of the senior VPs there at Dobson, will be at the council meeting to discuss what's going on with Dobson. That'll be good to know. Let's see, we're also going to have an update on our landfill planning and a project out there to capture and mine the methane gas from the landfill and make it into a gas product. And Spark is a company that we've entered into an agreement with to do that. And it also solves a regulatory problem we have with the discharge of methane gas into the environment. So everybody will get a good update on that at the council meeting. Oh, and gosh, there's something else that escapes me now that'll also be on there. And we'll probably add another thing or 2 as there are things of interest for the commission.
And we'll go over that next week as well.
Yeah.
So I'm sure next week will be an
A couple
update.
things pop in my head. I know I've been asked by some people, or I've heard, I had some questions about the Bird Scooter program. The city's happy with the Bird Scooter program, so I know that the city did a initial 1-year agreement through April, and the city's working on a renewal with Bird. As far as I know, Bird's interested and excited to be here. Still, I think maybe they picked up their scooters because I don't see them around town. Maybe they've done that for the winter, but
Or maintenance.
or maintenance, but we do see that the city will be renewing on our side, and hopefully they'll bring that back because a lot of people like those, and I think they're kind of neat for, I think they call it micro-transportation or something like that. So that's something that's going on. Gosh, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can share right now with the public. The city's really focused on improving infrastructure in town. That focus hasn't changed. It probably won't change, but providing services and improving our infrastructure. That's what the city of Enid exists for, and so we're excited and happy to do that. So please, for any suggestions you have for improvement, reach out to myself or Scott Morris or really anybody at the city. We're receptive to constructive feedback, and if you can help us get more roads done faster or help us communicate better or help us provide better customer service, I'm listening.
Always looking for improvements.
Yes.
And that's a lot to take in.
It is.
It is a lot. And so.
Is it time to get back to work, or?
I don't know. I just have so much fun. So I don't know if you're familiar with what C-Click Fix is, but C-Click Fix is how you can report potholes. You can request a public transit pickup for transportation somewhere. And what exactly this is that there are things within the community that need to be reported, and C-Click Fix is the tool that you can utilize. You can download the app, or you can actually access that on our website, which is enid.org. And so we highly encourage you to use this. And so if you have questions, feel free to give our offices a call, and we will be more than happy to help you with that. And then you can also stay up to date with what the city is doing, road closures, educational videos. We do live streaming for the commission meetings if you're unable to attend. And so we just want to give you as many platforms as we can so that you can stay connected. And so you can do that by plugging into our Roku and Fire TV channel, as well as our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram, our C-Click Fix. I'm trying to think of all of them. And so we have a lot of places that you can plug in and get all that information. And so we hope that the show has shown you or taught you or informed you in one way or another. And we hope that you have a wonderful day. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's fast.
All right, Enid. We'll see you. We'll get back to work, working on infrastructure and service for you. See you soon.